All right, hopefully we're back. Okay, well, we're back. So, unfortunately, guys, the live stream just stopped. And I don't know what's going on with my PS4. It may be overheating, or I don't know what's going on. But anyway, continuing on. Justin Fields won NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 338 yards, 3 passing TDs. He was sacked twice, 6 carries, 21 rushing yards. So it looks like the end of the last live stream cut off after week 14. So we are in week 17 actually. So I don't know when it cut off. I don't know when it stopped streaming. But it looks like it did a little bit ago. So sorry about that. But hey, don't blame me. Blame my PS4. We're 10-5. No. The Falcons are 10-5. So we're going to against a pretty tough Falcons team this week. Actually, they're 10-5. We're 6-9. And we got a chance, though, to get to second place in the division, potentially if the Packers lose. And we play them in our final game of the regular season. So this is our second to last game. Let's go ahead and simulate through this one and get to our final game of the regular season against the Packers. And I'm pretty sure that this one is on the road in Green Bay. So we got to go up to Lambeau Field and play against them. And we lose to the Falcons, and we've got one more game. And let's take a look at the playoff picture. The Packers are currently 8-8 right now. And they actually are not in the playoff picture right now. So if we win, we're definitely going to knock them out of the playoffs for sure. We'll both finish with losing records. Could we potentially finish? Well, we may just finish in a tie for second place in the division. No, we can't. Yeah, we're 6-10. They're 8-8. So we can't do that with a win and by making them lose. So we're gonna be a double-digit loss team anyway. So, but we already are. So, okay. Well, let me take a look at our injury situation. Let's see if we have any injured players, if any, going into the final game of the season. So we actually do have a couple. So our fullback is going to miss the final game due to an ACL sprain. And Jack Sanborn is out with a hip pointer. So our starting left outside linebacker is out. That means that that other one we traded for, Jenkins, he's going to start the final game of the season against the Packers. Now, this is kind of the very beginning of a. Now for rebuilds, you take baby steps sometimes. And I don't know how many games in a row the Bears have lost to the Packers, but I don't think the Bears have beaten the Packers since probably, I don't know when. Let me actually look this up. Last time the Bears beat the Packers. So the Chicago Bears have not beaten the Packers since November 26th to Rodgers going to the development of the game. December 16th, 2018 was the last time that the Bears beat the Packers. And that was when Mitchell Trubisky was the quarterback, and that was when the Bears actually beat them for the NFC North Division title. That was the last division title that the Bears won. So we've lost. So this team has lost a lot of games in a row to the Packers. I know Aaron Rodgers isn't there anymore, but this is the start of really one of the significant building blocks of the rebuild. That's to beat a team that has essentially owned the Bears for the last, 5 years. And we're going into Lambeau Field. It's probably going to be snowing up there, but hey, we're used to playing in pretty cold weather ourselves over there in Chicago. We're going to go into Lambeau Field. And very similar to what the Lions did last season, we're going to go in there, we're going to stomp on their throat, and we're going to beat them. And we're going to make sure that they have a losing record and that we have a losing record. Give me one game to play with this team to end the season, and then we'll go into the stages of the rebuild. And I didn't really define this rebuild, title with saying the year of the season and everything, because what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to go ahead and do the first off season before I wrap up the stream. Although I can't go too long because I got to get up and go to work in the morning, and I probably can only go about another hour or so, just a little bit. So I'm not going to go too long, because last night I went for almost 2.5 hours for the final New England Patriots rebuild live stream, so I can't go as far tonight as I did that night. But here we go, facing off against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. Final game of the season. Last chance for us, last chance for them. Let's end this on a high note. And we are starting on offense with Justin Fields. And White is our starting back in the backfield. We got Moore. Let's get it. And DJ Moore makes the first catch of the game, and he gets a first down. Our number one receiver coming up with big plays. I'm excited with the future with Moore as our number one guy, at least for the next couple of seasons. But we need another dynamic receiver there. All right, let's see. First carry of the game for Foreman, the former Texan, the Texas Longhorn, and he actually only gets 2 yards after he was shoved back. All right, so here we go. Pass play. Komet. Hopefully he gets open enough. Tight end. Oh, that was almost a pick. They almost got that off the tip. That was a dangerous throw by me, but with Justin Fields, I should have thrown that ball there.
It's third down. From the gun, here's Fields.
Moore, and he couldn't catch that ball. He was thrown into traffic, so
took a chance with that one.
We're going to go ahead and punt this ball away.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
And that's going to go in the end zone for a touchback. So unfortunately, we can't do anything with our first drive.
Didn't get it. That scoots.
And here come the Packers. All right, well, we're on defense. And they've got a 3rd down and 10. Let's see if we can get them off the field and hold them to a field goal here.
Let's get into the action. To the air again, Love.
Come on, get there. Oh, yeah, way to knock it away, Edmonds. Nice job. Force this 4th down. They do kick a field goal, but we're only down by 3. Here we are on defense once again, and here they are driving. That's actually the end of the first quarter. We're down 3-0 heading into the second. They are driving. They got a 2nd down and 4 coming up against us. We hold up in the red zone here.
On 2nd down, it's
get off. There we go. Oh, but he gets the first down after all.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Switching things up.
There we go. Get in there. There we go. At least we got Jones down quickly.
And the stop will come inside.
I was surprised that Love was able to get rid of that ball because we were right in his grill.
Love.
Come on, get there. Sack him. Let's go. Let's go. Nice sack by Billings. Beautiful. Way to go. Now driving way back. Now it's 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Bull rush. And we get a sack fumble, but we don't recover it. That's typical Bears. But we were able to hold him to a field goal, so that's good.
Fumble down here in the red zone. At least
nice job that time.
Another shot, or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be
bend but don't break. That's what the defense has done on the last couple of possessions. We got to get something together on offense. We got to get down this field and get some kind of points. Because we forced them to field goals, but we need points. Well, we don't get any points, and we're down on defense again. Here they are once again in the red zone.
Looks to stop a 1st and 10.
I don't want to go down for 2 possessions. Well, we probably will, but get Love. There we go. Get him down. Okay, I don't know what Love was doing. That was probably a broken-looking play, but Eddie Jackson was able to come up and make the tackle.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the counter, here's
There we go. Nowhere for Jones to run on that play. And now it's 3rd and 12.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That'll take a 2-minute warning. If we can hold them here, we'll only be down by 9 points with a chance to go for a 2-minute drive of our own. It'll be a good test for Justin Fields in a game that we want to win.
Now on 3rd and long,
come on, get in there, D. Get in there. Get the penetration. How did we? Oh my.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they
just allowed Watson to get a first down on us at 3rd and 13. Oh, that is infuriating. That happened to me a few times in the Super Bowl last night when I was doing the Patriots rebuild. I don't know how DK Metcalf got that one completion in that game. I was beside myself. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. We're just letting up now? So whenever I let up a play like that, it's just
the 4-yard line. Second and goal. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Stop them there. Oh!
He's got Watson.
Unfortunately, Watson catches a touchdown, and the Packers are up 13-0. All right. Well, they're giving us the drive. We have all of our timeouts left, but we got to get down this field. We got to score. We need a touchdown. I don't want to go for 3. There we go. Screen is set up beautifully to Johnson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down now, but we got to go quickly here.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Lob it up.
Fire deep, looking for more.
Moore's got it. Timeout. What a beautiful catch by DJ Moore. All the way inside the 10. Let's go. Beautiful play. You know what? We're going to get a little bit fancy here. We're going to go with a fullback guy. And we got Tanyan, the tight end, in the backfield as a fullback. And he's in the end zone for the touchdown. A little bit of a crazy play, but hey, go for it. Starting the third quarter, the Packers kicked a field goal, and they're back on offense. It's 3rd and 5.
Hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th.
We can stop him
from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The defense is getting shredded in this game, unfortunately. At least so far.
All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one. Towards the middle, caught by Musgrave.
Tackle, but he gains 8 yards.
The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
We got to get in there, guys. We got to get in those gaps. Stop them.
Love good.
Oh, get the ball. Oh, my goodness. They recovered that fumble, too. Oh, man, that's the second fumble we've caused. That could have been it. That could have been the big play to give us a shot.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands.
Oh, I can't get off that block. There we go. Nice sack. Way to go, Ngakwe. 4th down. Force him to a field goal.
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
You know, once again, we're giving up points. But they haven't scored every time, but they haven't scored touchdowns when they've been in the red zone. So we're only down 12. Only down by 2 touchdowns, essentially. But we just need to get a touchdown on this possession. We can't have empty trips. We can't do that. And it looks like we did again. But it looks like we still got the ball back.
As we get you back into the action, this offense coming up.
You know what? Let's all go to a run play.
3 to go. On 2nd down, here's Foreman.
Foreman gets the first down. Keep the drive alive. We are in the 4th quarter, so we got to go a little bit up tempo here. We want to go a little up tempo in that situation, but couldn't allow it. We're just kind of we're just in the beginning of the 4th quarter, so we got time, but we can't waste this possession. Come on, Moore. Make that catch. Get in the end zone. Touchdown. DJ Moore with his first touchdown catch of the afternoon. And we are back in this game, only down by 1 possession once again. The fact that we've been able to force into field goals has been pretty critical, but we got to continue to stop them. And now, unfortunately, they got a 4th down and 1.
And really needing this 4th down stop. On 4th down, Love.
No way. And if they turn it over on downs. I'm a little surprised they would go for it or even pass it when there's 3 minutes to go and it's 4th and 1. I was expecting a run. That's why I audibled to the play that I did. But now we've got a chance to take this ball down the field and take the lead. This is huge momentum shift right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Come on, Fields, just roll out. Oh my goodness, that could have been a very dangerous throw. That was a dangerous throw. I gotta stop doing this stuff. I need to stop making throws like that.
Here's Fields.
Come on, St. Brown, there we go.
That's hauled in by St. Brown.
He's a little bit short.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Fields.
Receiver screen to Mooney. And he's inches short. Well, we're going for this. We're going for this.
As a defense, you're
We're
more
going
balanced
for
when you're in zone coverage because you're
doing a
able to keep your
fullback
eyes
dive with a
on
tight
the
end again.
quarterback
I don't
and see
care.
the play
You may think
develop
this
in
is
front
weird
of you.
football, but it's
They're able to
football.
keep the quick
Running up
pass
the
in
gut
front
with
of
Tanya and
them
our
and stop
tight
the
end
run
playing
from
fullback.
scrimmage.
Because our starting
And he's
fullback's
gonna
out of
have
the
a
game.
first down on a
And that'll
gain
take
of
us to the
about
2-minute
10,
warning.
and that'll take us
Here we
to
go.
the
This is it for
2-minute
Justin
warning.
Fields. This is it for our season.
Down to the final
Let's
2
beat the
minutes,
Packers
and
for the
we've got a
first time
one-score
since
game.
2018.
So the Bears
Enough is enough
Bears,
of
we
losing to
welcome
these
you
guys.
back.
This is
They
where
come
we
up
start
on
to
a
give
1st and 10,
some
desperately needing a
fans
score
some
here on what could be
positivity
their
that we're
final
doing the right
drive.
things for this rebuild. Come on. Here we go.
Meanwhile,
St.
Fields
Brown.
throw complete there
Beautiful.
to St. Brown.
First down.
And he's going to get this down near the
So a little bit
30-yard
of tempo
line.
offense here.
Plenty of time.
Stick.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Let's have Fields run it up the middle. And Fields, spin move
And
inside the red
15,
zone. Let's
shy
go.
of the 10.
What a play by Justin
So
Fields.
there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter. Picking up the first.
Probably shouldn't have done it
early,
like
right?
an up the
You wanna
middle
make sure
run
you
with our
save it for
quarterback.
that exact
but
moment, that
still.
key time, and that's what he did. Although you and I
Oh,
both know it wasn't
kid, is
planned
he
that
threw
way.
it.
But what a nice
1
job
minute. Got
using
1
his
minute
eyes,
left.
scanning the
All
field,
right.
and
We have all 3
realizing
of our
when it was time
timeouts
to
left,
exit
so
pocket
let's
and go.
run the ball.
Once
Foreman,
more from the
see how many yards we
11,
can get.
2nd and 10.
Oh man, that misdirection didn't. Okay, well that actually turned into a pretty decent play.
Here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down.
Come on, Justin. And Justin Fields runs it himself, gets into the end zone for the touchdown, and we've got our first lead and our only lead of the game. All right, we got the extra points, so they just need a field goal to tie it and go to overtime. We actually didn't even spend any of our timeouts, but they have all their timeouts left too.
Decides it one way or the other.
Here we go. Come on. Get in there for the... Oh, my
Gets
goodness.
that one complete to
The
Wentz.
flag was thrown, and I think it's going to be for roughing the passer.
Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on
Yeah,
top of this.
they got us for roughing the passer. I hit him late. We got Billings for it.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those
Well, they
are
are
the
already
types
in
of
field
mistakes
goal
they can
range,
afford to go
so
without.
this is probably going to go into overtime. But you know what? What better way to end the season than overtime? Nope, knocked away by Edmonds. Good defense.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Love looking to throw it.
Come on, get off the block, Billings. Come on. Go, Billings, go. Sack him. Oh, that's a huge sack back there. That's basically taking him out of field goal range.
Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Love.
And he drops it. Wow. This is it for the Packers. It's 4th down. They need a first down just to get in range for the field goal. Randy Bullock is their kicker. I didn't know that.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
All right, here we go. This is it.
Here's Love.
And we get an interception by Johnson to ice it.
Plans, it is intercepted.
And this game is over.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson, our best corner, coming up with the defensive play when we need it. And we're going to beat the Packers to end the season on a high note.
Especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because
small
the
consolation
faced certainly
for
wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that
six,
one, and in the end, how about that come from behind
basically
victory?
a
They'll
6-10, 7-11 season, pretty much.
So for the Bears, it was too little, too late as they finish off the regular season with a mark of 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have.
Well, kind of and kind of not.
They wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not
Packers
happen.
Finished below 500, and we finished below 500 as well. But I think that still is going to. But that's still going to put us one game back from the Packers, so we will finish 3rd in the NFC North, which isn't bad because I thought we were going to be in the basement this year. To be honest, the Vikings have really struggled this year, mostly probably because Kirk Cousins, like in real life, isn't playing and probably didn't play the whole season. So they're going to be in a bigger rebuild than really us. They may be looking for a new quarterback right now. But we'll see. Still, that was a A good win to wrap up the season. We beat the Packers for the first time since, I think, the 2018 season. So that's pretty big. So let's take a look at the playoffs for year one of this rebuild. We've got the Bengals against the Chargers, the Bills against the Steelers, Jaguars against the Browns. When we've got on the NFC side, the Lions against the Bucks, Falcons and the Cowboys, and the Eagles against the Saints. And the Niners and the Chiefs each have the bye week. So shaping up kind of like the NFL is in real life, but, Saints in the mix, that ain't real. So we'll move on. We'll kind of advance through the playoffs, see what happens. We'll see if any of our Bears make the Pro Bowl this year. The only one that I think has a realistic shot, maybe Jalen Johnson and maybe DJ Moore, but outside of them, I don't really see anybody else making it to the Pro Bowl. Getting through the divisional round now. Let's take a look at the bracket and see who's playing in the conference championship games. So the Bengals defeated the Chargers, and the Bills defeated the Steelers, and the Browns upset the Jaguars. Okay. Bengals beat the Bills. The Chiefs barely squeaked by the Browns. So we've got the Chiefs and the Bengals in the AFC Championship once again, and it looks like it's going to be in Kansas City, so it's a rematch of last year's AFC title game. Hopefully Mahomes can get a win over against Burrow again, but we'll see. And the Bucks actually upset the Lions by 5. The Falcons beat the Cowboys, so, And the Eagles actually lost to the Saints, so both the Cowboys and Eagles lost. So NFC East not going to be represented in the next round. 49ers beat the Bucks. The Saints beat the Falcons. So the Saints, led by Derek Carr, playing against the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Crazy. But they also have Alvin Kamara back. They have Michael Thomas. They have Olave. So the Saints have some talent. All right, well, let's get to Pro Bowl week, and let's see who makes it all the way to the Super Bowl, and let's see who makes the Pro Bowl. So it looks like the Super Bowl is going to be the 49ers and the Chiefs. Wow, that is a great matchup. All right, let's take a look at our Pro Bowl roster. So, did any Bears make it? Looks like no Bears made it. Oh, no, looks like Sweat made it. Montez Sweat made the Pro Bowl. Our left end. And Jalen Johnson made it as well. So Sweat and Johnson, looks like they both made the Pro Bowl. Any special teamers? No. So just Johnson and Sweat are our only Pro Bowlers. All right. So let's advance to the Super Bowl week, and let's see who takes home the Lombardi Trophy in the first year of the rebuild. All right. Let's do yearly awards. So the MVP went to Jalen Hurts. Coach of the Year, Arthur Smith. All right, let's take a look at the NFC side. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cooper Kupp. No Bears in there. Defensive Player of the Year, Nick Bosa, of course. Jalen Johnson actually was 10th for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. No Bears. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Terrell Smith, okay, I forgot what position he plays. But, yeah, Smith, Defensive Rookie of the Year, he finished 7th. Not bad. Best quarterback. Justin Fields actually finished 6th. Not bad. Best running back. Nobody. Best wide receiver. No sign of more. Best offensive lineman. No Bears there either. Best defensive lineman. I'm sure Sweat is in here. Well, yeah, Montez Sweat finished 7th. Joshua Sweat finished one spot above him at 6th. So a couple Sweat brothers here. Don't let your mind wander too much with that comment. It's their last name, guys. So Montez Sweat finished 7th. Best linebacker. No Bears in there either. Best DB. Jalen Johnson, best defensive player, best defensive back, best defensive player, best DB in the NFC. So Jalen Johnson, shout out to you. That's why we gave you that massive deal, because we want you to be a part of this team for a while. Best kicker, did Santos. Santos came in 5th, not bad. And that's it. So Jalen Johnson won best defensive back in the NFC. So we actually did have an award winner in the first year, surprisingly. Let's upgrade players. Imagine this is a bunch of our practice squad guys. No, actually it's Jalen Johnson, because he played in the Pro Bowl, so that's why. Upgrade him. He's up to an 88 overall. So he's, I think, better than DJ Moore. So he's actually our best player. So I'm glad I invested in him. All right, let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Let's close the book on the first season, and we'll get to the offseason. We'll see who our retirements are. One of them is definitely going to be Mercedes Lewis. There's no way that he's going to stay for an 18th season, especially in Chicago. And even then, so he's a free agent, so we're going to let him walk anyway. And the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. So they've won 4 championships. They win back-to-back titles. MVP was Mahomes. And Coach of the Year actually went to Zach Taylor from the Bengals. Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Rashee Rice from the Chiefs. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson Jr. From the Texans. So that's year 1. The 2023 season of this Bears rebuild. But we're not done yet. Excuse me. We're going to get into the offseason a little bit here, and we're going to start making some moves. Start fixing this team up and start rebuilding one of the worst teams in the game. All right, so we're not doing anything with the staff. We're going to keep Eberflus and the rest of the staff here, and just continue to work with them for at least one more season. If we don't have another, if we don't improve, like if we don't win more than 7 games next season, then that's grounds for Eberflus getting canned. So, yeah, let's go to check out retirements. And so let's take a look at us. I'm pretty sure Mercedes Lewis is going to be in here. He is. So Mercedes Lewis and Patrick Scales also retired, our long snapper. So we lost 2 tight ends, but hey, Mercedes Lewis is a backup tight end. Nothing really crazy there. Man, 17 years in the NFL, and yeah, he can ride off into the sunset. Let's go ahead and take a look at players ready to negotiate. This is the last chance we can negotiate with any of these guys, and let's see if we do want to bring anybody back. Now, Jordan Jenkins is a guy that we traded for, but 68 overall, not really thinking we need to invest too much in him. Reader, Mooney I'm still debating about, but his interest really has gone down. So I don't think I'm really going to look to bring him back. Ngakoue could be a possibility, but I really don't think it's worth it to bring any of these guys back. Yeah, we're not bringing back anybody, and that'll also give us some cap room to do some more stuff this offseason. So we'll do that. Let's take a look at Mock Draft 3 and see where we're projected to pick. We're not going to have a pretty high pick. Caleb Williams right now is projected to go to the Jets. And they've got Kool-Aid McKinstry. Is this guy real? There's no way. Kool-Aid. He's real. This is a real player for Alabama. This is a real player. I'm not kidding. Look it up online. This guy is a real player. Kool-Aid McKinstry. God. Okay, sorry. He's a cornerback who's projected to go 5th to the Rams. Marvin Harrison Jr. projected to go at 6th to the Giants. That's definitely a need there. We're projected to take Latu. He basically has the same name. Okay, he's a linebacker. He's a left outside linebacker out of UCLA. But you know what? That is a position that we do need because we have a good middle linebacker and we got a good right outside linebacker. But we can get somebody like Latu in here as a run stopper who fits our scheme. I think that actually is a good pick at number 9. And we also have the 10th pick. And they're projecting us to take JT Tuimoloau out of Ohio State. We do need a left defensive end. So they're projecting us to take 2 positions of need. Jerswan Newton, I took him in the Cardinals rebuild, but you know what? If he's available, we could probably select him as well. And also Mason Smith out of LSU could be there as well, and we could use a new left tackle. So there's a lot of possibilities on the table for us for the first round of the first draft. Lots of good players will be there. It's just going to come down to who's available and how much the draft gets shaken up. Now, once we get through free agency, then we're going to take another look and see if anything's changed. Because if we are able to fill needs with accomplished players, then there's no need to take somebody like Latu to fill in at on the defensive end or take that left end. So yeah. Sorry, I just had to look up that Kool-Aid. I had to look up the Kool-Aid man to see if that was a real player. Because I'm like, there's no way that's a real player. And it is. And it must be a legal name. Because there's no way. I mean, it's crazy. I can't believe... Why would you name your kid after a sugary drink? I haven't had Kool-Aid in like a decade plus. But, seriously... I don't mean to make fun of people's health, but when I see red Kool-Aid, it's like I look at it and I feel, just all the onset effects of it. Cavities, diabetes, blood cancer, and whatever else comes with, eating all that sugar. Just dump all that sugar in there. It's like, oh, God. It's way too sugary. Okay, so enough about Kool-Aid. Okay, so here we go. Let's get ready. Let me take a look at our roster and see what positions we really need to look at filling up. Now, let's see. Let me take a look at our quarterback situation because we may look for a backup QB. Because Bajan at 56, I don't really think he'll develop much more than he is, so that may be an investment. Herbert's going to be back. We still have Roshan Johnson, and we still have Zahir White, who we traded for. So he's going to be on the docket for another season. So that's solid news for our running back room. I think we got to look at another receiver to go on the opposite side of DJ Moore. He's up to an 88. He is a superstar. And the next guy behind him is a 73 overall, Tyler Scott. 1 year out of Cincinnati. We've got a bunch of young guys behind him, but other than that, we don't really have depth. We don't have any backup tight ends. Braxton Jones is 78 overall. Whitehair is still pretty solid, but we need a new center. We don't have a center. Jenkins, 80 overall. Carter, who I think we traded for. Was he? Yeah. Matt Farniok, former Cowboy. He's here. Right tackle, Darnell Wright. He's 78, though, but if we don't find any better than him, we'll just go with that. Sweat. And we have Robinson, 71 overall. Because Ngakwe's gone. He's out of there. Justin Jones. Let's see. Yeah. Got a bunch of corners. And again, a lot of these guys are like unknowns. Free safety were pretty stacked. Strong safety were pretty good. You new kicker. All right. Well, let's just take a look at the free agent pool. Let's see who's out there. Let's take a look. All right. Entering the first off season of the Bears rebuild. Here we go. After a 7-10 season.
Viewer Players Mode, you have 3 evaluation periods with each stage.
Let's just take a look at quarterback. So Kirk Cousins is the top quarterback that's on the market, but we don't need a quarterback. Austin Eckler's out there. He would be a big upgrade, but that's a lot. What about any receivers? Ooh, could get Odell. He doesn't really fit our scheme, though. What about any guy like in the high 70s? Would be interested. Paris Campbell. Nah. Well, Odell's interest is up there. He doesn't fit our scheme, but let's go ahead and throw out an offer to him. 2-year deal. See if we can bring him in here for a couple of years. I know I got Beckham in the Cardinals rebuild as well, but let's get another receiver to go on the opposite side of Moore. Do need a backup tight end. Anybody? Let's go get let's see about Logan Thomas. 2-year deal. Bring him in as a backup tight end. Could use that. $39 million in cap space. Got some spending money, not a lot, but we got a little. No really big left guards. Nobody in the 80s here. It's like a major upgrade. But we do need a center. Let's go after Andre James. Fits our scheme, but his interest really isn't up there for us. But let's see if we can bring him in. because we need a center. We don't have one on the roster. Mekhi Becton Sr. I don't think he'd be much of an upgrade, so Chase Young. Oh, man, Chase Young is a free agent? Wow. You know, Autry fits our scheme better, but gosh, Chase Young, we can get him in here, and that'd be huge. Let's see. Will this put us in the running for him? It doesn't eat up our cap space. Well, it's going to eat up a lot, but it doesn't really put us even in the ballpark of him. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put out an offer for Autry as well for 1 year, just in case. He's a 77, and he fits our scheme better, actually. And his interest is up there more so with Young's. So, but yeah, we don't have a whole lot of cap space left. We only have $13 million left. Michael Pierce, defensive tackle, 84 overall. Unfortunately, we can't do any more negotiations. Okay, so you know what? Let's withdraw the offer to Chase Young. Let's withdraw the offer. We're gonna go after just Autry, and let's go ahead and do a offer for Pierce because I want to make sure I get at least Pierce. I want to bring in some help for the defensive side of the ball, and we let, of course, Ngakwe walk. Do need a new left outside linebacker. Jadeveon Clowney is actually out there. But unfortunately, we're at the limit for negotiations. So here's who we're targeting in the first wave of free agency. So Michael Pierce, Odell, Autry, James, and Logan Thomas. Hopefully we can land at least a few of these guys. And then we'll move on and keep getting on to the negotiations. Left outside linebacker, I think, is a position that we need. But, you know, we can always go with that rookie out of UCLA if he's there. But, I mean, if he's not there, then I don't want to risk potentially, you know, not being able to get him and fill that position. So we'll advance this first stage and see if we sign anybody. Let's see. Did we sign anybody? All right, we got Pierce, we got Odell, and we got Autry. So who's still considering offers? James and Thomas are still considering our offers. Probably just waiting for anything better. Yeah. Let me actually go ahead and take a look at the roster again and make sure that I'm not forgetting any positions of need that we still have. And, you know, I can also go ahead and take care of the numbers with these new players and take care of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that and see about that. And Odell is an 83 overall. Can we cut Devin Williams?
This is the player card. Here are a player's motivations. How well you...
Let's go ahead and release this guy and give Odell his number 3. Odell is a Bear. Probably wouldn't have thought it, but, you know, why not? Help us out, get another dynamic receiver in here. Logan Thomas is still considering our deal. Okay. I really didn't see any upgrades at left tackle or really at left guard other than what we already have. And hopefully we can get James as our new center because we need upgrades there. Jenkins, right guard. Right, solid. Sweat. Autry, you know, I think he's going to be a solid backup for us to back up Sweat on that side. And, you know, I thought about going after Chase Young, but I think the money was just too much. And as far as right end, Dominic Robinson, 71 overall. That may just be the best that we can do. And we got Michael Pierce as our new starting defensive tackle. He's an upgrade over Justin Jones, and he'll be pretty solid for us. But we need a left outside linebacker. We need a middle linebacker, and all that's pretty good. But we do need somebody to back up T.J. Edwards. So you know what? We'll take a look at right outside linebackers for backup roles, and go ahead and get somebody there to back him up. And we can also use some depth on the offensive line. So let's take a look here. So Wilkins was the top guy. He's already been taken up. Leonard Williams is out there, 81 overall. Leonard Floyd, 77. I think he actually played for the Bears at one point. Jonathan Greenard. You know, he's a little bit of a cheaper option. Let's not break the bank so much. Let's go after him. Not a whole lot of cap space left. Josh Allen is the top. But you know what? We're probably just going to have to address linebacker in the draft. That's what we're going to do. Now let's see about getting another right outside. We do need some depth on the offensive line too. Let's see about getting another right tackle to back up our guy. Riley Reef. And that's going to probably put us down to really almost nothing. Well, 3.4 million, okay. Just some offensive line depth. Could go get another corner. Yeah, but we don't really need another corner situation. But we do need a kicker. And the top-rated kicker is Fairbairn. Let's go ahead and offer him a one-year deal just to come in here as our kicker, because we need one. Can't start the season without one. And that basically is all of our cap room. All right, so hopefully James and that other player consider our offer for the next wave, and we can move on to the draft with some of our positions filled up pretty nicely. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. I think this is the last free agency period that we have, so let's take a look and see if we still are targeting anybody. So let's see, who did we sign? Okay, so we already knew about Pierce, Beckham. We got Fairbairn as our new kicker. We signed Jonathan Greenwood as our new right end. Autry, of course, we already got. So Andre James did sign on the dotted line. So he's coming here to be our new center. And we also got Riley Reef. All right, so that's it for free agency. That's the most we can do. $2.24 million in cap room still left. Obviously not a lot, but let me take a look at our roster before we enter the draft one more time just to make sure that we're kind of squared away in certain areas. We may have to adjust some positions here. We'll probably get another quarterback in the draft in like the later rounds, so I'm not really worried about that just yet. You know, Herbert coming back next year, hopefully he can develop a little bit more so that way we don't just have a 78 overall starting running back. All right. Offensive line depth, I think, is something we're going to have to address. Well, we technically have 4 guards total, so I think we're pretty good there in terms of numbers-wise. But we also got Riley Reef at tackle as well, so that's more depth on the line. So if we don't get any linemen in the draft, that's okay. We have Sweat, and we have Jonathan Greenard as our new right end. And, you know, 77 is not, you know, a big-time upgrade, and we could have gone for broke, but we didn't have enough cap space to bring in somebody like a Chase Young or Wilkins, who was available because he went to the Raiders. Robinson, of course, is still here. And also Greener fits our scheme. So that's going to help fill in some gaps there. And we got Pierce. And we weren't able to address left outside linebacker. But I'm probably banking on this too much. But if we can get that rookie, that'll be huge. But we also are probably going to need to get some linebackers in the draft in general, because we don't have a lot of linebackers on the team. So that's something we're probably just going to need to address in the draft as well. So let's go ahead and get through this last wave of free agency, and let's get ready for the draft. And we'll take a look at the mock draft that they have projected for us now based on the moves that we've made, because they may have different projections for us and other teams. Because you always want to look at the mock draft after the free agency period, because things change based on moves that teams, not just your team, but other teams have made as well. All right. So some things have changed, but it looks like some things are still the same. So we're still projected to take Latu, and now we're actually projected to take Jerswan Newton with the very next pick. And we don't have another first-round pick, do we? No, we only have that other additional first-round pick as a result of the DJ Moore trade from the previous season. So we're projected to take Newton instead of another guy, but we're still projected to take that left outside linebacker out of UCLA. And based on the way that things have shaped out, I want to take him if he's there. If he's there, I want to draft Latu out of UCLA. Because we can get that guy for our linebacking core, get another young guy in here. That'll definitely help out very much with the rebuilding process. Get some young guys in here that are ready to go.
On the clock.
All right, so let's go ahead and make our selection. Chop Robinson was the last player to go to Penn State, to the Cardinals. And is he here? Is he here? So Latu is still there out of UCLA. Let's pick
It's
him.
the Bears now on the clock.
Latu out of UCLA, our first round pick and our first pick of the rebuild. All right, and we have an immediate selection next. So let's see what we can do with this pick. Is Newton still there? Yep, Newton is still there. We need a young defensive tackle. Let's go ahead and go with him. I know I drafted Newton in my Cardinals rebuild, but we're going to draft him here as well. Excited for him being a Bear. In this universe, at least. All right, well, here we are in the second round. Let's start to get some, let's start to address some of the offensive line, if we can, unless some of those guys aren't really projected to go until later. Kalen Bullock. We have a bunch of safeties and corners that are available. You know what? This middle linebacker, Jamin Dumas Johnson out of Georgia, fits our scheme. Let's go with him.
On the clock
Might have been a
now,
reach,
the
but
Chicago Bears.
you know, we need to get linebackers in here for depth, and we need some offensive line depth as well. So probably going to make you know, more picks around that, you know, based on what we need instead of who's the highest rated. Cedric Van Prawn, center out of Georgia. Let's go with him because we need another center because we signed a guy, but we need another guy. So let's go with Cedric. Welcome to the Bears.
Chicago Bears are on the clock now.
All right. All right. Dwight McGlothern has slipped all the way a corner from Alabama. Interesting. But we need lineman help. We're in the fourth round. Day 3. Javon Cohern. Now let's go back to actually to all. Let's take Dwight McGlothern, corner out of Alabama. He fits our scheme. He's dropped a little bit, but you know, this could be a steal for us, taking a chance on him.
Clock.
lot of receivers dropping here. The 4th round. All right, we'll take a receiver, maybe. Let's take Aronde Gadsden the 2nd. Miami Dolphins fans know who that guy is.
The Chicago Bears.
Looks just like him. Looks just like his father. So that's good. We'll take a son of a former NFL player. I was about to say legend, but Aronde Gadsden was no NFL legend in Miami. Although he was there during the final years of Dan Marino's career, so that was pretty interesting. Let's see about maybe quarterbacks. Are any of these guys... All right, well, Jaden Daniels out of LSU was a day 3 projection. Let's go with him. I know that, it's a little bit of a risk, but, let's go get ourselves a backup quarterback, because I don't think Bajan's job is safe. So we're going to go with Jaden Daniels out of LSU. And we are in
the Chicago Bears.
The 6th round, and I think we don't have any picks left, so we got to make this one count. So this is it. It's our last pick of the draft. I really don't want to go with another receiver. Let's go with some line depth. Are any of these guys even projected to be like a day 3 selection? Or are all these guys like potential undrafted free agents? Okay, well, it looks like they kind of are. Well, actually, no. Troy Fultonu out of Washington, I believe, is projected to be a day 3 selection. So he's not too far to reach. So let's go with him. Go with another left tackle. Get some more line depth in here. Get some help. And unfortunately, we have no picks in the 7th round, so we're done with our draft. We'll take a look at the draft picks, and then we'll get the numbers situated for all of them, because I think most of these guys are probably real players, especially based on that this is the first draft class that you can download from the Madden rosters and everything like that. All right, so let's go ahead and adjust our roster here. Let's go take a look at the draft recap here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our draft picks. So our first round pick, we had 2 first-round picks at 9 and 10. First round pick was Latu out of UCLA, linebacker. We took Jerswan Newton at defensive tackle out of Penn State. Jamin Dumas Johnson, middle linebacker out of Georgia with our 2nd round pick. We took a center, Cedric. We took a corner. Then we took Aronde Gadsden the 2nd out of a wide receiver out of Syracuse at the 4th round. And 5th round pick was Jaden Daniels. And Troy Fontenot was our 6th round pick. So 2 defensive studs in the 1st round we selected. So let's take a look at our roster and let's kind of adjust it a little bit here. Check out our positions, see how everything's looking. So Jalen Daniels is probably going to be our backup quarterback behind Fields, no question about it. And he actually wears number 5, so we're going to go ahead and keep Daniels wearing 5. Just like he did at Georgia. 61 overall, backup quarterback. Draft any running backs. I think we did take a receiver, didn't we? Yeah, we took Aronde Gadsden the 2nd. Let's see, what number did he wear at Syracuse, or does he wear? He wears 19, and he's wearing 19 there. All right, so Aronde Gadsden's boy. 71 overall, hopefully he can develop, because Odell's not going to be here forever, so hopefully he develops decently. Troy, let's see. Troy Fontenot, 55. Is anybody else wearing 55? Jerswan Newton. But he can't wear 4. Let's see if he can wear maybe 44.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your line.
Maybe with Newton, let's see if he can wear something like maybe like a 44 or something. No. All right, let's have him rock 43 for now, and maybe we'll make those adjustments because right now Eddie Jackson is wearing that number. Now Newton is actually far on the depth chart is down on the depth chart right now in terms of defensive tackles. We have Billings and we have Justin Jones and Michael Pierce are ahead of him, but we're looking at a few years down the road in terms of his development. So that's what we're looking for. Fontenot, let's go ahead and give him 55 like he wears for Washington. All right. Hopefully he can develop into a decent left tackle for us. 64 starting out. That's not bad. All right, Cedric. Cedric Van Pran, 63. Okay. Farniok, can he wear 68? He probably can't. Well, let's just change his number to something else. Let's change it to 64. And let's put Cedric's number at 63. There's one Newton. We've already fixed him. All right. Let's see. Low. Latu. Okay, so he does wear 15. Who has 15? I think it's Fairbairn. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can change his number. He's just a kicker anyway. Let's see. I think he wore 17, but Bajan wears 17. Let's have him wear 14. And make sure that Latu, our rookie, starting left outside linebacker, he's already projected to be the starter over Sanborn. But that's what we were looking for. We were looking for a starter to plug in there and start on the left side for the linebacking core, because the rest of our linebackers are looking pretty good, but we needed a stud over there. We needed a new starter, and he was our first pick of the draft. So solid, fits our scheme too. So I like him. Jamin Dumas Johnson. He wears number 10, but I don't think we can give him 10 because I don't think that number's available. Maybe we can. Do I have a receiver that's wearing number 10? I feel like we do. DJ Turner. All right. Let's change his number. Let's change his number to number 11. Mooney's not here anymore. He can take it. All right. Jackson Dumas Johnson. And he is now the backup behind Edmonds. So definitely going to help with some depth back there. But you know what? Hey, in the future, hopefully he can be a starter. And more importantly, we need guys to, young guys to come in here and really give us some depth because we need help. And we don't have, and we didn't draft another right outside linebacker, but we have, I think, 3 left. No, we only have 2. Okay. Well, we have 3 middle linebackers, so maybe we can put Noah Sewell out there at right side linebacker. Let's see what his number changes to. But let's see what his overall changes to if he goes out to right outside linebacker. I don't know if it changes very much, but you know, we just need somebody else over there to back up Edwards. So Sewell actually, his overall went up a little bit, so that's actually pretty good. Johnson, Gordon. Yeah, Dwight McCullough. Dwight McGlothern, excuse me. He wears number 2, but that number's not available, so he's going to rock 18. All right. So I think we're good as far as our roster is concerned for year number 2. All right. Go ahead and advance and get to preseason number 2. And it's past midnight, so I'm going to have to start wrapping this up. Once again, sorry I had to split this up into 2 videos, but it is what it is. So that is going to do it for this live stream. Starting up the Chicago Bears rebuild. First season, didn't do great, but I didn't expect us to do great. We went 7-10, but we've already gotten some pretty solid upgrades in the draft, even more so than the last time in the Patriots rebuild, that hopefully will help us out. So I'm excited about year 2. I'll be coming at you guys next week with more of the Chicago Bears rebuild. Actually, I have to tell y'all, I actually will not I will not be live streaming next weekend. Well, weekend for me consists of Mondays and Tuesdays. I actually won't be live streaming next weekend because I'll be going home to do an early Thanksgiving with my family. I'm going to be going home, so I won't be live streaming next week, unfortunately. But the week after that, hopefully I'll be able to get back to it, although there's some stuff that I got to take care of when I'm not at work. So it may be a week plus before you get another Chicago Bears rebuild video. So in the meantime, thank you guys for checking out the live stream. This has been your boy Malin, and I'm out. Y'all have a good night.